What should happen to Gaza the day after we defeat Hamas? Who should control it? These are questions that are being asked now. The Israeli establishment says we need to give the land back to the Palestinians, that we don't want to control it and we don't want to rule over the Palestinians. But I think that's a mistake. Who are we fighting this war for? Are we fighting it for Israel or are we fighting it for the Arabs in Gaza? The pro-Israel side wants to claim that, free Gaza from Hamas. And so if that's the case, then the people in Gaza should want Hamas to be defeated and should support Israel in doing that after they have defeated that. And they should become supporters of Israel after the war. And so this is what needs to happen. We need to figure out how to only let people back who will support Israel's right to exist and not support terror. So that means we cannot allow every single person to come back. There has to be some kind of way to root out the supporters of Hamas and Islamic Jihad and wanting to create another Hamas. So Bibi is right in that we have to control Gaza to enable that to happen for the foreseeable future. We have to have at least security control, and we cannot let the PA in charge. And the U.S. doesn't seem to understand that. The U.S. keeps repeating the same old thing that they've always said, that they want a two-state solution and they want the PA to be in charge of Gaza, which is a suicide pact, allowing the conflict to continue. The U.S. and the UN have their own agenda. They want to keep the conflict going. They don't want Israel to win. They are more concerned about protecting civilians who actually don't support Israel. They want Israel to protect them, but they are not concerned about trying to get Hamas defeated and what it takes to do that. So that's the first issue. And again, who are we fighting this war for? There's been images and videos of the IDF planting Israeli flags on the beaches of Gaza, singing Hatikva, and conquering the Hamas parliament, planting Israeli flags. And somehow the IDF seems to not want that. They're reprimanding the soldiers from doing that. I'm like, is it our land or is it not our land? What should we do? Should be putting Palestinian flags on there? Are we literally just killing ourselves for the people in Gaza to be free from Hamas and not gonna have any Jewish settlement in the land for ourselves? Like, do you call yourself Zionists or not? You can't call yourself a Zionist and do that. Where soldiers are sacrificing themselves for a cause that you won't allow them to fulfill, to not only get rid of Hamas, but to allow a new Gaza without terror. And that means we have to have a presence in Gaza. We have to control Gaza. And not even like we do in the West Bank, because the West Bank is not still sovereign Israeli territory. It should be, but it's not. And so this should allow something different. We should have settlements in Gaza. It is our land. If we don't have settlements in Gaza and proclaim it our land, then it just continues this narrative that the pro-Palestinians say that it's their land and it's not our land. So if we just say, oh, we don't want Gaza, you can have it, then we're just into that narrative agreeing with them that it's not our land, that you can have it because it's yours. So again, we have to have clear goals and a clear purpose. And the purpose is, this is our land and we need to decide who lives there. So make Gaza Jewish again.